Okay, so continuing on from the last short that I did, again, every short that I'm doing will be linked at the bottom of each short on this topic. Again, I do recommend that you go watch them so that we grasp what the Bible does teach, and not what these men are teaching, deceiving many and being deceived themselves, thinking that all Christians struggle in sin when the Bible does not teach that. I mean, again, just because there's an alleged brother who's pastoring over the body of Christ, by him simply saying that, hey, we all struggle in sin, somehow all are going to cling to that and believe that, right? Just because he himself may be struggling in sin. And if he is struggling in sin, I'm going to say, get out the pulpit, my brother. You're not fit to be teaching, because the Bible preaches against sin. As a matter of fact, be not ignorant of the fact that there are more babies than there are mature Christians. There are more those who are weak than those who are strong in the faith. And with that being true and a fact, right, and said, you're going to cause many to be comforted with that, and because many are struggling instead of coming out of it, because they're not doing what they need to be doing. They're not giving their time to God more than how they ought. They're not reading their Bibles. Okay, they're not praying how they ought. They're not fasting if of course need be necessary for the purpose of killing the flesh. But the Bible, how about we tell them this, what Paul says in 1 Corinthians 15:34. It says, awake to righteousness and do not sin. Paul says, awake to righteousness and do not sin. Let's tell them that. Let's tell the body of Christ that. Not all Christians, we're struggling in sin. No, we don't, my brother. Go back and watch my shorts, please. It says, for some do not have the knowledge of God. How can you have the knowledge of God but keep on sinning? It says, I speak to your shame, Paul says. I like the way the NIV reads it. He says, come back to your senses as you ought and stop sinning. For there are some who are ignorant of God. I say this to your shame. Let's look at Galatians 5:16. It says, I say then, walk in the Spirit, and you shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh, or the desires of your flesh. This is what the Bible teaches. Walk in the Spirit, and you won't fulfill the desires of your flesh. Let's look at Galatians 5:24-25. And those who are Christ, are you his? Because if you are, it says, you have crucified the flesh with its passions and desires. If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit. You cannot be struggling in sin, my brothers and sisters. Be not deceived. Come out of